Welcome to this presentation of the module Sharing Through Digital Technologies, which is part of the Communication and Collaboration competence area. Here you will find the contents for this module. We will begin with a short introduction and address the learning objectives of this module. Then we will take a look at the competence of sharing through digital technologies. Afterwards, we will see some great tools which will help with this competence in the classroom. Have you noticed that we use less paper in class? As online classes have become a common practice, this only makes sense. In fact, the volume of information and files shared digitally is increasing exponentially. This increase in volume naturally requires better management both by students and teachers. This is why sticking to conventional methods which concentrate on the distribution of printed materials is not sufficient. Instead, the use of digital tools to share information and files is highly recommended. The choice of tools is based on the communication and collaboration competence area. Let's take a look at the learning objectives. You will learn how to share information with others using the right digital tools and platforms. You will be able to recognize and characterize different digital platforms and devices for sharing information. And you will be able to use and edit different kinds of shared files. What do we mean when we say that the competence of sharing through digital technologies belongs to the competence area of communication and collaboration? This competence area is about transferring knowledge from the teachers and the peers to the student and making sure that everybody helps with the processes given the difficulties that can arise with devices and coordination distantly and from home. Communication and collaboration glue a classroom of distantly located students together. Sharing through digital technologies in the classroom can be achieved by familiarizing students with digital tools and environments and making connection between what is discussed in the classroom and what is uploaded on a sharing platform. Proficiency in sharing through digital technologies is measured by the effective use of digital tools and environments for sharing and the responsible use and proper referencing and attribution practices. Let's now take a look at the practical side of the matter. Sharing guides, resources, sometimes even books is done through digital means in the online classroom. Sharing often involves syncing, meaning that there is a chance that the student can accidentally delete something for everyone, if of course they have the permission to do so, and if they do not know how a cloud-based environment works. There are three great tools you can use to introduce the concept of file sharing to your students. The first two are Google Drive and Dropbox, very powerful at keeping your files and data across multiple devices. The third tool, Milanote, is a whiteboard app with file sharing features. Milanote is your way to make file sharing more fun. Let us start with Google Drive. Google Drive is something you might be well familiar with thanks to the internet footprint of Google. It is an effective tool for larger than usual online storage and file sharing, and this also makes it a great tool for access across all of your devices and with multiple users. Moreover, within this Google environment, you can create docs, Google Sheets, Google Forms, Google Slides, and more, with the option to share them as well. To navigate to the Google Drive, press on the link here. To enter Google Drive, you will need a Google account. If you have a Google email address and you are on a Google page, such as the ones you see when you search on Google, you will find on the top right section of the screen these dots which expand into an umbrella of Google services, of which you will choose Drive. Google Drive can also be accessed via an application on your smartphone or tablet. This makes sure that when you are logged on the same account, you will be sharing information and files across your devices and with anyone you let in with your permission. Let's address the elephant in the room. Chances are you're discouraged to use Google Drive because you do not have a readily available Gmail account. Nobody really wants to deal with an extra email for one service. However, you can still create a Google account using an email of your own. For more resources, check here and here. The Google Drive tool is quite straightforward. If you want to upload, press on the plus button here and choose Upload. You might be wondering, why not just share a file via email, for example? First of all, typical emails do not transfer big files, and by design, Despite that it does work as some form of storage, they are not optimal for file management. They can be lost, they can be neglected, they can go to your spam, or even be deleted. Google Drive, on the other hand, saves the day because once you upload it, it's sitting there in its usual space. Now, to make it more easy for others to navigate, it is recommended that you create folders and organize your files. An easy way to organize is per subject and of course according to your needs. Another feature you should have in mind is the Shared with Me, which is a very efficient way to find everything that was shared with you by your colleagues and students. For additional resources, you can press here and here. When should you upgrade your Google Drive plan? Upgrade when you need more than 15 GB of storage, and you should upgrade for workspace features such as more than an hour of Google Meet and YouTube streaming. For more information about premium plans, check the following slides in your presentation. Moving on to our second tool, Dropbox. It's a brand specialized in file storage and sharing. It is a very efficient cloud-based storage and collaboration platform which allows you to access files conveniently from any device. It's great for running projects in real time. Dropbox also emphasizes on security, using measures that protect your files and ensure that your data is safe. This is especially important when backing up your files securely. To access the official website of Dropbox, click on the link here. When creating your Dropbox account, you will be asked to choose the plan you want, including of course the free plan, and afterwards you will be suggested to download the Dropbox application. While this application is great for some automation features in syncing and backing up your files, you can also access it on the web browser. This is great news if you want to access your personal storage on public or enterprise devices with restrictions. Now, since I mentioned automation, because Dropbox specializes in storage and sharing, it has some niche automation features such as sorting the documents in a specific way when they are uploaded, changing their formats because, for example, it might be more compatible with the e-learning software of your institution, or even for more simple tasks such as unzipping files. Check out some great Dropbox resources here and here. Some other useful features include file request, which is a great way to nudge your students to use the digital environment, and signatures, although the audience for the signatures are more likely to be the parents of the students. For more about file requests and signatures, press on the resources here and here in your presentation. When should you upgrade your Dropbox? You should upgrade if you want to link more than 3 devices with Dropbox. You should also upgrade if you need more than 2 GB of storage, and you should upgrade to transfer bigger files than 100 MB. For more about premium plans for Dropbox, check the following slides of your presentation. Last but not least, Milanote is a great tool to make file sharing more interesting to students. It is a fun, interactive, collaborative tool with user-friendly drag-and-drop features, and I say features in plural because you can move around more freely on the board. Now, its file sharing system is very convenient as you can download all kinds of files and even preview many of the files from it. It's also great for organizing students and making them curious about any update on your board. To access the official website of Milanote, press on the link here. Milanote's interface is the same across any of its subsections. It's organized in blocks. You can create simple notes, add links, to-do lists with notifications, boards which act as folders, meaning that you can grant access to the boards that you desire as opposed to the whole of your Milanote storage. And you will also be using the column feature a lot because it's a great way to combine various forms of media in a list. You can also add more personalized comments as opposed to just notes, create documents which you can export, and of course upload any type of file and access it from anywhere. For more resources, press on the links here and here. Milanote's design is customizable. While typical file sharing ecosystems can be boring to look at, here you can draw, add funny images, and have the students upload whatever they find entertaining related to the culture, the references, and maybe the inside jokes exchanged during your lessons. For another great Milanote resource, press on the link here. When should you upgrade Milanote? You should upgrade when you need to make more than a total of 100 notes, links, and images. You should also upgrade when you need to share more than a total of 10 files. Check the following slide for more information about premium plans. When every student is learning from home, sharing is even more important. Thank you so much for your attention.